Exotical darlings, this is Coco Exotical. Thank you for being here with me. Today we're going to talk about strategic habits to level up your bank account. So let's get into it. If your bank account could talk, would it say, "I'm full and I'm thriving," or "Feed me, I'm begging you"? A lot of people look put together on the outside and are secretly panicking about money on the inside. Most people aren't bad with money because they're lazy or stupid. They're bad with money because they were never taught how to manage money and how money actually works. We're trained to be consumers, not owners and creators, right? Maybe you were taught, don't talk about money, don't ask for too much, just be happy you have a job, right? Wanting to make more money isn't greedy. Wanting to have more options isn't doing too much. You're allowed to want more in life. You're allowed to want to exit survival mode. Money isn't something that just happens to you. Money management is a skill, and skills can be learned, right? You can't level up what you refuse to look at. So today or tonight, you need to examine your bank account. Pull up your last 30 to 60 days of bank and card statements. Categorize every transaction into 3 different categories: essentials, self-development, and mindless spending. Essentials are things like rent, bills, gas, groceries, medication, childcare. Self-development are things like classes, courses, books, therapy, gym memberships. And then the mindless spending, that's the random online shopping, the impulse purchases, the fast food takeout, and the random subscriptions. Now add up everything in the mindless spending section. That number, that amount, that's how much you're paying every month to avoid boredom, discomfort, and emotional regulation. Now, I'm not saying that you can't enjoy yourself. I'm saying that you can't say that you want to improve your finances while spending hundreds of dollars a month on mindless shopping and junk food, right? People don't realize how much mindless spending they're actually doing on a regular basis. So when you do this money audit, then you'll know exactly where your money is going every month. You'll be able to immediately see the areas where you can cut back on spending without being completely miserable. And you can stop lying to yourself and saying, "Oh, I only spend a little bit here and there." You'll actually have a layout, and then you can make a plan, right? Now, on a weekly basis, you're going to have a 30-minute money date with yourself. If you can scroll your phone for 30 minutes, then you can do this, right? Light a candle, put on some music, do whatever you need to do to make it a calm and relaxing environment. Then calculate what you earned for that week and how much you spent, and see if it matches the life that you say that you want, right? Keep the promises that you made to yourself when you said that you were going to eat out less and reduce unnecessary spending. When it comes to money, you have to keep your future self in mind. If you're only saving when there's something left to save, then there's never going to be anything left to save, right? You don't find money to save. You have to pay yourself first, or it's not going to happen. So step 1 in paying yourself first is choosing your percentage. Start with about 5 to 10% of your income. And if that feels like it's going to be too much, then start with 2% instead. The point is to create the habit of paying yourself first before anything else, right? Put this money in your emergency savings fund, and if you don't have one, then you need to create one. So then when you have an emergency savings fund, you don't have one crisis that's going to come along and wipe you out completely or put you further into debt, right? And then you're going to put some money in some investments as well so that your money can work for you while you're sleeping. Step 2 is to automate it. Set up automatic transfers for every paycheck from your checking account into a high-yield savings account for your emergency fund, and then into an investment and retirement account for the long-term growth. Even if it's only $10, $20, or $50 at first, it's not about the amount. It's about training yourself to say, "I'm going to take care of the future me first before anything or anyone else," right? The advantages of this is that you're going to move from, "I hope everything works out," to, "I have a plan in place," right? You're going to stop living on the financial edge. You become more serious and more consistent with your finances. You start to build more confidence because you're putting yourself first financially, and you know that you have something growing for you. Most people don't save more when they earn more. They just spend more. And we're not doing that. We're not spending money that we don't have to buy things that we don't need to impress people that we don't like, right? One of the biggest things that can drain your bank account is trying to perform for other people. So if you're constantly saying yes to plans that cost more than you want to spend, buying overpriced things to look on brand with other people, and spending money just to avoid feeling left out, then you're trading your financial freedom for their temporary approval, right? Actually having money in the bank is a bigger flex than trying to look like you have money in the bank. The person who lives simply but has a fully funded emergency savings and investment account is doing better than the person who's maxing out their credit cards to try to look like they're wealthy, right? This doesn't mean that you have to stop liking nice things. It just means that you have to have boundaries. It means that you have to set financial rules that protect your future, right? So you can have some simple rules like, for non-essential items over a certain price, have a 24-hour rule before buying it. put it in the cart, and if you still want it after 24 hours, then you can buy it. But most of the time, you probably won't still want it. Then you need to set a limit on how many paid outings you're going to do every month and how much you're going to spend and stick to it, right? Depending on where you live, there's plenty of things to do for free, so you don't have to go out and spend money every time, right? The advantages of setting financial rules for yourself is that you're going to reduce your impulse spending without feeling too deprived. You can still go out without spending a bunch of money every time. And your money can start going toward what actually matters to you, not just random trends and impulse purchases, right? So let's bring this down to actions. In the next 24 hours, you're going to do a 30-day money audit, no excuses. And then you're going to set up one regular automatic transfer for the future you, even if it's small, even if it's only $10. Then set up one money rule for yourself that you're going to follow as well. Now, I'm not a financial advisor or anything. These are just a few strategies that I've used for myself to be more financially disciplined. So I'm sharing them with you to help you get started on the road to becoming more financially disciplined as well. You're allowed to be elegant, soft, feminine, and still be disciplined, strategic, and financially powerful, right? So tell me about it. What's your favorite financial level up strategy? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.